We're ready to start transmitting. This one's gonna be in English for Molly and whomever wants to hear this around the globe. Let me fix this a little bit. Super. So, hello everybody. We're getting used to this. Full technology, online streaming. I'm with Glenda here, very happy to be with her. Say hi, Glenda.
Hi, everyone.
Sanitized, fully in, fully out. And this is our regularly closed group at 11 a.m. It's my favorite witches group. Beautiful women. I think we're all here. Claudia, Glenda, Bob, Chris, Danny. But we're sharing this space, opening up to the world, to whomever wants to hear this. And in this group, we usually work with acknowledgement of how vibration works in its different energetic levels. And today we're going to talk about truth. I asked Glenda to take out a card, and came out, I am truth. You can see it over here, and it's this beautiful woman, but there's that like a thunderstorm behind her, so we can actually see what's going on right now in the thunder of this recent world shifting and change. So this card says, your reluctance to speak your truth is causing you and others more harm than good. Do not be afraid of expressing how you really feel. This card has shown up in your reading today to encourage you to express yourself clearly. Making your feelings and opinions known will take courage, but it's a necessary step essential to your well-being and evolution. Making your feelings known will free you from this burden. It will feel like a heavy weight has been lifted from your shoulders. Know that the truth, when spoken honestly and lovingly, will not hurt anyone. It's just what you were saying. Yes, there may be initially some hurt feelings and even a little disappointment or anger, but this will soon dissolve and be replaced with respect instead. Honestly and clear communication is best for all concerned, and the truth will set you free. The affirmations are, my heart is my truth. I express myself clearly always and move through life with ease and harmony. So we're gonna leave this card over here, and I just want to know if you can hear me good over there in the Facebook Live. Hold on just 1 second. Let's see. Here. Perfect. So I think this is a great reflection right now in the world we're moving towards, to find exactly which is my truth about the whole situation. We're talking about listening to the news and staying informed, and we usually take the outside information as the truth. But inside each one of us, there is a higher truth that's undergoing every situation. I mean, they say life is only 1% real and 99% as you perceive it. So there is only 99% range from which you can choose to live this truth we're actually undergoing. And the most difficult part about the truth in all these people that get like really into and craving and obsessing about the outer news and the outer truth is that we start losing contact with ourselves. So this situation is 1%, right? We call it the CV. And each one of us, like particularly, is living a completely different situation. All of us are living a different situation in a different household, with different relationships, with different monetary circumstances, with different, some have savings, some don't have savings, some have people to take care of the children, some don't. As Glenda was saying, some people really need to go to work because they literally make that money for the day. So my truth is not Glenda's truth, and it's not Danny's truth, and it's not anybody else's truth. So the meditation and the reflection for today is truly to go, the kitty is wanting to also tell his truth over there. Hi. What was that? The cat just wanting to jump through that window. Okay, so we're going to go into this inner space of true reflection to find what my truth about this whole circumstance is. And we're not going to talk about this truth with anybody else outside of us today, but with ourselves. So maybe my truth is that I'm playing it cool, but really I'm terrified to stay home with my children. Maybe my situation is that I'm over alarming and over stressing, but everything's okay. So like the truth can only be found inside. Which kind of truths that are like difficult to grasp are we feeling right now? The first truth that is hurtful in this kind of situation is I am truthfully unable to live with myself and to stay with myself and to breathe within myself without no outer stimuli and distractions going on, right? And that's a very hurtful truth, which is I've been working on it like since 2 days ago when I woke up, telling myself, hey, listen, I want to be with you. I don't want to run anymore from you. When I went to the beach, I lived 3 years by the beach, beachfront apartment, beautiful paradise, and I was completely okay. All my expenses were paid for. I had absolutely nothing to do, nothing to work for, and it was the most challenging moment of my life because that male energy that we have stuck in our heads, even if we're women, is telling us always, you have to do something. You have to do something to be worth something, to have something. So even if life would give you that holiday, your mind will not give you that holiday. So you might start like obsessing about things just to have something to worry about or to think about or to fix or to do, because we're simply not accustomed into being and breathing and resting and enjoying. I want to say it once more. We were asking for this moment in humanity where the divine and sacred feminine would rise and go back to its place. But now that we see it outside and it's forcing us to go back inside, which is the true feminine essence, the womb, like each home and each household represents a womb, a space for inner growth and inner transformation. And when we see a baby resting in a womb, we can actually feel how far we've come to that space of peace and contentment and safety of the womb. We're just like, no, in this survival mode all the time. I have to do something to have something. And it's like we're putting our expenses to the least. Not because we shouldn't. I think it's a great place to start, like as a humanity, not to consume that much. But it's more about the feeling of scarcity. Like that feeling of, if I don't do anything, I won't have anything. Therefore, I'm doomed. So how can we actually shift this method and start seeing truly beyond ourselves as a community? Because when you are not completely mesmerized by your ego and your self-conscious, like working for yourself, then you can only depend upon community, which is beautiful, right? It's like, hey, neighbor, I don't have any beans today. Could you give me some? Yeah, I'll swap it for some Lysol, or I'll swap it for anything else. And we start like, we were never used to be like islands, all with our things and our stuff and that's another truth that hurts. It's that even though I'm constantly distracted, I feel lonely. Because when I go into my inner space, into my womb, into my quarantine, I start feeling the loneliness. And that those voices of true separation, of not going into close intimacy with anybody because we don't do it with ourselves, that is something very important. We think we have close relationships, but as long as we're not intimate with ourselves, and we're not truthful with ourselves, and with our shadows, and with our fears, and with our sadness, and with our resentment, we cannot have this kind of very intimate relationship with anybody else. So whenever we go to Vipassana retreat, for example, which is 10 to 15 days, absolute quiet, I mean, I haven't found anybody that said, oh, it's a piece of cake. It's so easy to be with myself. It's so challenging to be with ourselves because, I mean, we have 60,000 thoughts every day, from which we only have like 5% positive thoughts. And when we calm down, then those thoughts start rising up. It's not that they weren't there, it's that we couldn't hear them because we were so distracted. So we're only acting through reaction, through emotional pain of those thoughts acting in our subconscious minds. And now when we stop, it's like, oh my God, all this truth wants to come up and I want to push it back. I mean, I can only imagine all of the women that have to stay 40 days with their kids, how this is going to work out. Because even if I am in touch with myself and I breathe in and I breathe out, I lose it. I lose it completely in one weekend of being with them by myself. So this 40 days is going to really push our limits, and we have to be able to tell our truth, of how we feel with our husbands, with our boyfriends, with our kids, with the help around us, with our friends. Because if we stay in that isolation, it's going to be really tough. So we must be able to ask for help. We must be able to see what's hurting. I was saying over there that it's really good to just grab a pencil or a pen and a notebook and start writing out your truth, everything that's coming up to the surface through this very challenging moments. We're also saying last night that it's not a coincidence that this virus is attacking or making the most vulnerable the rich people, the traveling people, the ones that went to Vail to ski. It's like, it's making us really conscious and really aware of how life doesn't respect your bank account, your skiing preferences, your gourmet choices. Nothing. It's like we're all equally as vulnerable as those who we usually think of as vulnerable. So that's another truth. And that truth is so scary. Is I do not have control over my life. Anything could happen at any moment and I do not have control over it. Like the cat just jumped in through this window right now. And at any time, at any moment, something could happen. And my life depends upon a very thin thread of that cosmic intelligence that whenever it wants, it can just twist everything around. I mean, even this computer we're using right now, when we're truly feeling what's going on, we don't know if this is going to work out for another month. We don't know anything. It's like the ground of stability. There's a card in the tarot that's the Tower. It's where all of our known structures and buildings literally shred into pieces. And Osho puts it in a very beautiful way, because it's the tower going on fire in flames and just coming down. And there's a big conscious self, like this energy, that's simply watching and simply observing. There's this really beautiful post by Bina yesterday and Rudolf Steiner that says that we must maintain absolute equanimity and do not fear for the future. We have to live in the now. But our biggest fear as humans is that we truly do not have control, and we truly do not know when life is going to end. And the biggest fear about not knowing when life is going to end, when we feel our safety threatened, is the question, have I lived my life fully? Am I ready to leave this world? Have I done my true purpose? Have I loved all the way? So that's our truth. I'm just plucking out all of the truths that are deep within our unconscious, like collective unconscious, when this happens. And then, because we don't want to hear this very, very like heart-threatening truth, we go to the news. It's like, oh, what's going on in China? What's going on in Italy? What's going on? No, just stay in. Feel the truth. Feel the fear. Feel that you are not fulfilled. Feel that you have not been doing what you needed to be doing. Feel, truly see your truth. How much has fear controlled you over the past years? Because now fear is on the rise, but it's always been there, underlying your every choice, your every day, your every opportunity in life, the way you work with your children, the way you birth. I mean, I'm here with Glenda, and she's the best Mexican doula ever. And we could talk about birth. And I had my 3 children here home. And the question, like the most regular question with people is that, what if something happens? And it's like, what if something happens to you right now? It's just like life. What if something happens? It's happening right now. What if? I mean, what if something happens in the hospital? Right now, the hospitals are the most dangerous place to step into. Now home is safe again. So everything's changing. Who says that something can happen in your house and not outside, or outside and not in your house? So your truth is that we do not know. And that sacred moment where life is giving birth or is being born is the closest moment we will ever have to death, right? As you feel death right there. It's like life over here and death over here, and it's just a toss in the air, and you don't know what's going to happen. But you breathe in and you breathe out and you sing and you hold on to somebody that you love and you say, I'm here, I'm alive. And I feel the fear of death and I feel the fear of something not going right, but I can go into the full experience. So that's like the invitation today, that we could actually go into the full experience of what this is causing in your inner world. What's that truth that's really happening? Are you afraid that your husband won't have enough money for the next 3 months? Are you afraid? What are your fears? What are your joys? Maybe it's like, oh my God, I was so tired. I hadn't even realized I was so tired. And now I'm able to rest. And I don't care if I don't go out to restaurants because I'm spending like this amount of money instead of this amount of money. So just opening the space for each one of you to truly connect with your truth. Cast out all of the outer information and allow yourself to see yourself truly through this space of consciousness and this moment in time, in this world, in this planet. Yeah? So we're ready to start our meditation. I'm going to turn off the light. Start by breathing in, tensing up the whole of your body. Exhale. Once again, inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale, open your arms, stretching upwards. Exhale, bring them down. Once again, inhale. Grab your hands over your head. Exhale. Do this 3 more times. And be really aware that within each inhalation, you're going inwards into your own inner world. Now start making big circles with your shoulders backwards. And the other way around. Place your hands over your knees and now start bringing big circles with your hips. Inhale, bring Anjali Mudra, both hands together in front of your heart. Breathe in, connect with that beautiful energy of the sun. solar, prana, energy coming inwards. Entering a golden ray of light through your crown chakra, awakening your pineal gland. Unlocking the expression of your truth. Golden light going downwards towards your heart, opening your heart chakra. And going downwards towards your solar plexus. Let go of control. And keep going downwards towards your creative center. 3 fingers beneath your navel. Light up that spark of creative energy, the joy of feeling alive. Exhale. Take that golden light to your first chakra, right at your perineum. Exhale, roots that go deep within the earth. Start traveling with your roots, all of that darkness, trespassing, all of the water inside the earth. Until you get to the earth's core. Feel the earth's heart. Embrace it with your golden roots. Feel how much the earth loves you, nurtures you, sustains you. Inhale and start bringing all of this beautiful energy from the earth upwards. Keep bringing that energy upwards, upwards, upwards. Fiery energy, serpent energy, swirling energy going upwards towards your crown chakra. Next inhalation, we bring both energies back into one. At our heart center. Feel that there's abundant blessings from heaven, guidance from your own soul. Beautiful, energetic prana that you receive from the sun. Feel how the sun is still shining for you. You are loved. recognize how much abundance and nurturing and love and sustain comes from Mother Earth. And breathe in all of that love, care, and attention right into the center of your being. Exhale, expand. Expand your hands, chest back, and feel the beauty of expansion. Expand more and more and more. Arch your back even further. And when you can no longer resist this, simply allow the counter movement of contraction of going in. And feel how good this is. We're going to take 7 breaths just like this, feeling the power of expansion and the contraction after the expansion. Breathe in, open your arms, connect to the expansion and to the light. When you breathe out, close your arms, close your chest, connect to the darkness, to the womb, to the inner space. Do it 5 more times. Stay right in the middle, not expanding, not contracting, just right in between. And breathing deeply through your heart. We ask for the presence of the higher self of each one of us connected right now, meditating into this inner space of connection to find our truth. And as you inhale, start going into that inner world of yours, of emotions, of thoughts. Inhale very deeply and have the courage to go deep within yourself and feel what you're feeling. yourself to truly see and hear your lower self, your fears, your solitude, your loneliness, your feelings of scarcity, alienation, of not being good enough, of not being worthy enough. And start breathing in into this journey of self-transformation. We only choose to hear the truth, that uncomfortable truth that doesn't allow ourselves to go inwards in absolute peace in our inner world. So just keep breathing and travel within yourself, allowing the music to take you wherever it has to take you. Keep breathing in, breathe out even deeper, go in even deeper. Find your truth. Start with the most uncomfortable truths. Do you feel good in your body? Do you feel good in your skin? Do you feel good feeling these emotions? Do you feel good in your mind, hearing your thoughts? Do you feel good on this earth? Do you feel good in that relationship? Do you feel good in your heart? Is your heart hurting right now? Are you feeling anxious at all right now? How are your intestines feeling? How are your shoulders feeling? Allow yourself to see the truth within. Which thoughts are you scared of? Which feelings do you want to run away from? Breathe in and go even deeper. Undergoing the apparent discomfort of dark thoughts and intense emotions. Become the observer of everything that's going on. Keep breathing. You keep on breathing. You start identifying yourself with this truth that is higher than your emotions and your thoughts and your fears. The I am presence within you. As you keep on watching, observing, and listening to thoughts, emotions, and outer news, you start breathing into the observer. Start breathing in the observer and detach yourself from any drama. Just look at it. And keep breathing in, breathing out, and going upwards in that energetic escalate to that place where you can completely see your truth, your real truth, the ever existing, the ever powerful, the ever conscious, the ever creative self that lies within you. And just breathe into it and breathe out to it. And very slowly start coming back. Feeling gratitude. And bliss. And allowing yourself today to move through your day from this space of truth, of who you truly are, and what truly life is. Inhale, exhale. And very slowly open your eyes, stretch. And we close this work by feeling profound gratitude towards life, towards being together, for all the means that keep us together today meditating, and for that truth that is the only truth that will ever give us peace. Amen. Vamos a pararle aquí. ¿Quieres comentar algo? Comentamos algo aquí para acabar con... ¿Cómo sentiste esa verdad?
Sentí un espacio de mucha ecuanimidad. Como permitir el vacío fértil, como le llaman Gestalt, ¿no? Habitar ese vacío que cuando no contactamos es un lugar de angustia, de desolación, pero que cuando nos zambullimos en él con conciencia es pues el principio de todo.
Es poderoso. Me encantó eso. That's the only truth that will ever give you peace. Entonces hay que escuchar más. Si podríamos bajarle a un 90% menos de noticias de afuera, y 90% estar en nuestra verdad, con un 10% de escucharlo de afuera, otro gallo nos cantaría, ¿no? Gracias a todos los que estuvieron aquí. Nos vemos pronto. Aquí vamos a estar transmitiendo la próxima semana todas las meditaciones en vivo. Al ratito hay otra para los que ya no pudieron. A las 12:45 tenemos otra meditación de diosas con otro grupo. Entonces, see you soon. Love you.